Hello everybody, my name is Chad Murdock and this is
Jessica Corden.
And we're with the Murdock Man Waring Company with Keller Williams Realty, East Idaho. And today we are at an iconic property and a legacy property in the Yukon, northern Idahofalls area. We're at 9368 North Yellowstone Highway.
A little piece of heaven right here.
A little piece of heaven, secluded by trees. Most people don't even know it's here, but the people that know about it because of how much history is on this property and what's been done on this property over the years in regards to horses and in the horse industry. This is the Piquet property. They've owned this since 1978, and we're gonna tour the property, and we have with us a special guest, Shane Piquet.
Anyway,
how are you?
Shane's getting roped
That's
on
right.
in.
It's
Come
exactly
on
right.
in.
We've actually been here since 1956.
It's 56.
We bought it is when the family moved down from Teton Valley and established here in Yukon.
In this property.
In this property.
Okay, that's right, because you had another home.
Yep, we did.
And then you put this home.
In
this
78.
home was put in 78. That's
Yep.
right.
So we've lived here a long time. The whole family raised 5 kids here and,
Wow.
and lots of grandkids.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, this is what's really neat about this property is that this is now for sale.
Yes.
And we're going to get to show all of the cool things that acquiring this property
Absolutely.
is amazing.
Yep, absolutely.
Should we start taking a look?
Yeah, I'll say one more thing.
Oh.
So many times we have people that are wanting horse properties, and it's easy to advertise something as a horse property, but many times people are disappointed at what you can do with horses and what options are there. This is a property that if you're into horses, you will not be disappointed. You'll be very excited. Properties like this just do not come on the market very often, and we're excited to be able to give you this tour with our master horseman Shane here to make sure he sets us straight and says it the right way.
So you guys, all the details are going to be in the link below. But make sure if you want to know what's really neat, I think about this property is location. It's very secluded. You've got all of this lush, amazing greenery. But I'll tell you, easy access right onto Highway 20, which gets you right to I-15.
Absolutely.
If you're looking to be out away from the city, but yet close to easy access to everything, this is it.
Exactly.
And this home includes 2 parcels. It's on a 3-acre parcel, and just to the north is another 4.9-acre parcel. So we have just about 8 acres here to help you do whatever you want to do on this property. So,
Yep, and we have flood irrigation rights through Farmers Friend Canal Company, which is the best irrigation rights you can get in this part of the valley.
Yep.
That is the top rights. We have plenty of water. It irrigates very easily. I've done it my whole life. Simple stuff. All head gates, no dams, all simple irrigating.
How many acres are with the property?
Just what we decided, just
8
about
acres.
8 acres.
Total
yes.
80, yep,
Yes.
perfect. The 8 acres now also included is the house,
Yep.
and which is a little over 2,100 square feet.
Yes.
Yep.
3 bedroom.
Attached 2-car garage.
Attached 2 garage, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. But the outbuildings we're going to see.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
the main purpose
That's the
around
main
here is
center.
we have a ton of outbuildings.
Let's
Yeah.
start in the front and work to the back, or are we going from the back to the front?
We can try
Yeah,
here.
Because
let's go
this
here
is
first.
gorgeous.
Yeah, let's go over here first, then we'll make our way over here, Shane.
So this is the front lawn of the house, and I would say picturesque.
That's right. You know, we when I grew up, we had a pasture out here, and we used it to keep mares and colts out. But as we grew up and got older, and the families got bigger, we decided to eliminate that and make this a gathering place. So we designed this, made the whole thing. It all flood irrigates, so you don't have to have sprinklers out here. It floods everything. And we put big tents out here we've had wedding receptions, we've had birthday parties, we've had mission farewells, we've had everything. Nice, covered, shaded area. The whole family can fit.
Yeah.
You know, we have enough parking out back in the pastures. We'll bring 100, 200 people here
Yeah.
and be able to park out back and have a big gathering out front.
Because you've got a
That's
double
great.
gate right here that opens right up.
Absolutely.
An amazing
comes
spot.
right up. And like you say, the best thing is it's flood irrigated. You don't have to do anything. You pull the head gate up, it irrigates the whole
Floods
So
it.
talk to us, what does flood, someone doesn't understand, what does flood irrigation
Flood irrigating
mean?
means that I have water above the ground in a ditch that comes down. And I get that about every 2.5 to 3 weeks, where your turn comes around. And in the big field, there's different sections called lands, and those lands we irrigate each time at 2 at a time. And as it comes around, I have an irrigation ditch that goes on the far side of the house through a culvert that comes out here right over by those trees, and the water will come out and flood this entire area with about 6 inches of water over top of everything.
Yeah.
So that's why the trees are so great around here, because they get ample water all they want.
A lot of times people who aren't familiar with flood irrigation will drive by a property and think that there's a flood or a
Someone's had
problem
a
or
pipe
a
break.
sprinkler's broken.
Yeah.
No, that's just how you irrigate and water property is through the ditches. And You know, when your turn's up, the water flows through and you flood it out. And
amazing.
the kids have a blast when you flood irrigate.
And by the
do.
way, if you ever pick worms, that's the time to do it.
That's right. This
how
is
you
the
do it.
place. We've got a lot of worming over the years here.
Well, that's how we earned bikes one summer.
That's a
we
great
had to
thing.
pick worms and sell worms, and that was the worst summer of my life.
Oh, that's excellent. We planted these trees when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
Along this line here, there used to be willows. We took those down. We planted those far trees, and that's where the property line is, where the next set of trees are. And they were all about, I could jump over them when I was 8.
Wow.
And we had water system out there. We hand watered every one of them every single night, sprayed every branch down, got them all growing. And now, what are they, 60 feet tall?
Wow.
And when the wind blows here, it doesn't blow here.
Yeah.
So when it's big storms,
Totally protected.
Totally protected.
Total
Just makes it
windbreak.
nice and comfortable, and the
And I
horses
know
like it.
this is a lilac bush.
That's right. We have lilac bushes all over the whole property.
Oh, I love that.
It was a big thing. We have them in white and a purple and an off purple color. So about Memorial Day every year,
This
it's
is the
covered.
Oh, I love that.
That and snowballs.
Oh, you said the right words for me.
We have snowballs. We have everything. Now this is our shop. It started. This building was built first, I think, in '76.
Okay.
In fact, it was one of the first shops that anybody built their own personal house
Yeah.
around the country, and that was a cool thing. You know, we started out with that, but we've established a lot of things from this point.
Set the precedence, because now it's like, of course
It's
you
a
want to
norm.
shop.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. So we started
Yeah.
with this, and what we've ran out of, we ran businesses here since probably at least the last 40 years. We run a full-fledged harness shop for draft horses, saddle horses, mini ponies, Shetland ponies, you name it. We've built harnesses, refurbished wagons, stagecoaches, everything. This building right here, this room, as we walk in there, that was our harness shop. And that's where we had all the stuff inside it. We ran, like I said, ran that there. It's heated with propane, a furnace up in the corner. It heats up nice. It'll toast you out. So it gets you a lot of
So
access.
you can work in here in the winter.
Anytime.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, and in 5 minutes, if you don't have that heat on in 5 minutes, it's completely warm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, it's
all
a great
insulated.
building.
Did you
All
say insulated?
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
I like it. So this is, how big would you say this shop is?
It's I forgot, 30
All
by
right.
40, I think.
Huge.
Yeah, I mean, a great size shop. Now this part of it, of course, we put this wall up in later years just to keep the harness shop there. It was one big building, and that can be removed really easily.
Yeah.
It's not a major
Not a
deal.
bearing wall.
This is a Stochromatic coal furnace. When we had the propane furnace in our room in here at first. We moved it over to here just to run that just as ease. This Stochromatic is a very simple, excellent, cheap form of heat. You can fire that up, self-feeding, you clean it once a day, and it'll maintain this shop 70 degrees in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
And we use it all the time. But I mean, we've built everything in here. We've painted cars, we've painted pickups, we've we've restored stagecoaches, we've restored wagons. You name it has been done inside this
in
shop
here.
over the years. And many, many pieces of farm and ranch equipment's been done.
If
Year-
these
year
walls
round.
could talk.
Oh, I'm here to tell you what. As we move on, we've added these on and a few years later just because we expanded. And we've had, in fact, a month ago, if you'd looked in here, I had it clear full of wagons and carts. I stored here. When we built it, it was just a matter of we had a motor home in here, we've had horse trailers in here, we've had everything you could imagine. You know, if somebody looks at this and says, hey, here's a tack room, a great big tack room. We don't need that. We have a tack room out back.
Yeah.
This is for your extras. This is
Yeah.
where you put your
This is
snowmobile
where the
trailer in for the
toys.
wintertime. That's
Yeah.
right. This is a
This
toy
is the
shed.
toys. I
In
love
fact,
that.
when this first building was built, my mom had a picture drawn up or made up, and it says Monty's Toy Box on it. We've
Well,
had
and
zip
it's super
fences
easy
inside there.
access. Right, easy access. It's not too far back on the property to
Oh
get
no,
we got
it's
things in.
it's immediate. It's so
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All
And
these
one
doors are big
thing-
slide doors.
Over here on the west side here, you got a little pasture.
We do, and that pasture
it goes
goes around
along
the
the
back,
back, right?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
encompasses up right up to here. And there's actually a catch pen. I'll show you about that here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Another shed. Now that was concrete floor. This one we didn't concrete. We could have it. Like you said, we've stored everything under the sun in here. It's just great storage. We had a new roof put on this several years ago. I don't remember the year it was done, but it was when the not foam, but melamine or
Membrane.
membrane. There we
Yeah,
go.
membrane.
Membrane roof was put on this,
Yep.
Yeah.
and so I mean it's a great
There's
storage
a
unit.
lot of space in there.
What we've got here is the coal bin. When we started that coal furnace,
Ah,
we had a coal
look
bin
at
in.
that.
So I put a coal bin in here. We store four-wheelers here in the wintertime, just what we're using, because we use four-wheelers to feed with. We use four-wheelers all the time, different things. I've had smaller wagons stored here. A little storage all the way around the back.
Wow. So you've got a mighty big propane tank right here. So is the house heated with propane, or what is the propane?
That propane tank is just for the family room, and there's a supplemental fireplace inside there.
Gotcha.
And then that propane tank there obviously is for the shop.
Gotcha.
So we have two separate systems, and it's just a nice, because the house has two family rooms and a living room. In the summertime, we generally stay in the family room, and in the wintertime, we stay in the family room with the fireplace.
I love that.
Okay.
Just a parking area. Around here, what I've kept is we built so much stuff over the years that I had a big metal rack back here. We kept all of our steel, so it was up and out of the way, out of sight of everybody, so it was clean and nice. My parents were very meticulous on how their property looked.
Well, I mean, look at, the gravel's raked.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the way it was all the time.
Yeah.
There's never a time you ever came by here.
This isn't just for selling it. I mean,
no,
as we go in the barns, you won't even, it doesn't even smell.
No,
I mean,
our barns were cleaned constantly, all the time, every day.
Yeah.
So we try to keep everything just up and clean. Now this little pasture we talked about that goes all the way to the highway out front, all encompassed with these trees, that comes down. This is that great windbreak. I mean, like I say, you can be in here in the winter and the snow's just howling, and it's just nice here.
So this pasture is connected. So your property line goes to the
just
next.
here. Nope,
oh,
it's
no,
just
here. So this
to
gate
this
is
right
just
here.
for convenience?
That's all it is.
Got it.
That's a property that I take care of over there.
Gotcha.
But I mean, horses come in here, there's shade, there's windbreak.
Yeah.
That's the problem around a horse property is you'll have a great big pasture, nowhere for them to get out of the wind.
Yeah.
They're out of the wind all the time. They're checking things out.
Beautiful.
So it's just a great place. Now there's a lot of people don't want to say, oh, it's easy, catch my horse. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's not. So we added this little catch pen right here.
Excellent idea.
So as you run the horses in, if you need to, you can run them right up here. They'll come right in, you open that gate, they run right in this little catch pen.
Yep.
And that's what it's been used for years. Just makes it handy.
So I noticed that there's a pipe right here. Is there water that goes through there?
That same ditch that runs the front yard splits. It comes down the back, goes around and irrigates this whole side all the way to the highway.
Okay.
Perfect.
And as well as the backyard, we can look over the fence right here. Okay. In the backyard, that ditch that goes over here, there's head gates all along this here, which you lift up and it'll flood irrigate the lawn. We can flood irrigate the entire garden if we want. There's head gates on the far side, does exactly the same thing, floods this direction. So it floods from two different ways and covers this whole entire area.
Wow, that is a big garden too.
That is a big garden.
The ironic part is the whole thing at one time was garden, the entire thing.
Wow.
My mother was just a meticulous gardener, big time. We ate garden fresh vegetables every day. And that was a huge deal, part of our life.
Is this an apple tree? Nope.
It is a cherry tree.
Cherry tree, I'm like, there's something on there.
Yep, there's a cherry tree there. There's an apple tree here in the dog kennel. There's an apple tree there, and one more apple over there, isn't there? Hawbush, excuse me, a hawbush, that's what that is.
A what?
Hawbush, hawberries.
Hawberries.
You're from Teton Valley.
I know, I'm like, look at that. I'm embarrassed that I even said hawberries outside.
That's right.
I did that for the camera. I did that for the camera. And I noticed, I want to point out, it's got a low maintenance metal roof, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you don't have to worry about.
Membrane over the garage.
The garage has the membrane roof on it as well. Yep. We put that up there.
It's fantastic. Yep.
And in Idaho, we like the membrane, we like the metal roofs.
Yep,
that's the two greatest things probably this place has is metal roofs.
Yep.
As we come out back, what we do is we really keep this big gate shut all the time. And I even put a lock on it occasionally because people come in and out.
Yeah.
As the business would go on. So we keep that. And then this pasture here, just a small pasture off to the left, goes back all the way to the canal. There's a canal that backs the whole place that I've got fenced off. So that is just nice. This is all flare irrigated again. You can see the ditch now that we were talking about. And it comes from up there in the far corner where the far gate is up there.
Yeah.
That irrigates, there's a head gate that'll come this way and irrigate this direction. And you just shut this off and it floods the whole entire thing.
Wow.
I've built this berm up around here to keep the water from coming into the corrals.
Yep, so that you can keep this dirt and that grass.
Yep.
So this one you've got over here you've got one, two, three horse. I want to say horse barn. Oh, there's one behind.
Yeah. We've got several barns. This shed right here, we've got that one, and that's just a shelter shed. You
could store stuff in there. Shed?
Exactly the words we needed.
I gotta put my Teton Valley back on the table.
You're starting to come forth.
Thank you.
Nice. And how we built these corrals, we build them all out of panels, so that they're almost maintenance free. You throw a little paint on them once in a while. You keep them nice. That loafing shed right there is so nice even if you have cows, if you have horses, if you have anything, they can get up out of the weather. You have a solid corral here that's good. Now this corral has access. There's a gate right here. So you can open up that gate and actually go to that corral and go back and forth this direction. When you go this direction, There's a gate right here that can go into the center corral. We've got gates all over that you can maneuver anything you need to maneuver. It's not like you have to go all to one central location and move. This
So
little building,
what animals can you have on this property?
Oh, I mean, you could have anything. You could. This is a chicken coop, pigeon coop. That's what that little building is right there. I mean, horses, cows, pigs, chickens,
llamas,
sheep. We raised lots of sheep. My dad topped the national sheep sale in Denver, Colorado many years ago in the Suffolk sheep business. So his name is all over Suffolk sheep. In the paint horse business, we had the only 6-horse paint stagecoach hitch, all registered hitch in America.
Wow.
And that all based out of here.
Yep.
We've had the Paint Horse Journal come here and take pictures. We've had the Quarter Horse Association come here.
Wow.
We've had National Geographic come here.
Yep.
All of them to take pictures.
Yeah,
We've been in
this is
multiple papers, multiple articles, multiple magazines.
Property for sure.
So
yes.
on this,
Yes.
if they know this is a breeding pen.
That actually can be dual purpose. You're right in one aspect, but I built it for a wash rack.
Smart.
We washed so many horses because we took them all over and we showed them. We had them in parades and we had them in events, and so there's water right to here. That wash rack is 4 feet in the ground.
Wow.
There is not a horse on the planet that can pull that down. I built that myself. We put that together, and we have used, I bet you there's been 2,500 horses washed there.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's great. We just took a pressure washer up, we do it right there.
Yeah. Everybody who knows horses is
well, if you're gonna,
you're
gonna know how important that is.
That is. I mean, it's a great. That's right. We built stuff to last around here.
Wow.
Now this fence, my mom and dad put up many years ago, just as kind of a privacy fence, but it turned into be such a great windbreak as well for the corrals.
Yeah.
Same thing goes on all those trees.
It is tall.
Yeah, it is.
That
it's
is
very
tall.
tall.
I'm gonna stand. I am 5'9". Let me stand in front of this fence.
I think those boards are 8 feet.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. So I mean, all the wind or anything that comes
this is a
through,
tall fence.
Yep. It just stops right there. So it works really great. Now the next building we'll look at, this barn. We've used cows in this barn. We've had sheep in this barn. We've had everything in this barn. This is a great building. It's got a full loft, completely cleaned. We put straw, hay up there every year, feed it off as we needed to. Just a good, solid piece.
Do you load from here, or is there a load from the back?
Either way.
Hay.
Either way. There's openings on either direction. We've got a nice area right here. We used to keep our medicines or whatever we needed in this direction. We have horse stanchions for a team of horses or whatever you're going to have. You can tie them up. We used to tie colts up here all the time when they're breaking them, getting them gentled down. We tie a colt up here, tie a good old horse next to them, and that'd give them a little friendship. And they'd pretty quick. They knew how to lead and how to stand without even having to do anything with them. And if you notice, as we pour concrete and everything, there's wood slats. Now anybody that's been around horses a lot, horses when they stand overnight will swell their legs. That's why you have wood on the floor.
It's easier
It's put in there. It gives them a little cushion. So that's why that's here.
I'm so glad you're in this video.
Yeah.
People
Oh, yeah.
would never know
You'd never
this.
know.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad to be too, because I like to tell about what we've done and what we have.
Yep.
Amazing. And
I can tell you this is that stock water, being a picture of that
barn.
stock water does not work.
Oh.
That needs to be taken out. We did away with it many years ago. I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't there. I built this when I was like 6 or 8 years old to climb upstairs. I don't think I dare climb it again. Now, as you look around the back, as we were in that other corral, this is an access gate as well. So you can drive from that corral, like I was telling you about all the different ways through. Yeah. You can open up this gate, horses, cattle, sheep, whatever, in, out, in, out.
And the cool thing is all of this is pretty much on the 3 acres.
Oh,
the
yes.
other 4, almost 5 acres
That's
is
just a
hay.
bonus.
Yeah, it's just a bonus. I mean, you guys have been able to put this all really compact.
Yeah, that's one thing my dad is. He really put a lot of thought into things. And so we want to be able to use every little piece, and we use different things. We kept stallions in this middle corral all the time. That was our stud corral. These waters, and we have 2 of those here. These are Barbar A waters. They're powerless waters. They're frost free.
Let's show how that works here.
They work on the same principle as a hydrant. So the valve is actually about 5 or 6 feet down the ground. A horse comes up. It takes him 30 minutes the first day to figure this out. They push their nose on that.
Oh my goodness.
The water fills up, and it fills up quite fast.
Yep.
And then they'll sit there and drink and drink and drink, and they'll drink, and it won't even spill over. And then as I let that tongue back up, it opens the valve back up and drains just like a frost-free hydrant does back in the ground.
Amazing.
So,
That's what people wonder, how do you keep your water not from freezing? That is how you do it.
That's how we do it. I mean, and and I'll tell you, there's electric waters, and that's what was in that other building. And an electric water, I don't care what somebody says, it costs $50 to $100 a month to run.
Okay.
This costs nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go into this building right here, and then actually watching this corral, and we'll go through this building the back way. I'll explain what we got going in this direction, and then we'll work on this other direction here. Like I said, we use this as a stud crow. We've used this for every kind of crow under the sun. This window, here's your trivia. What is that window for? Let's hear it. Teton Valley gal. That's when you shovel the manure out the barn, you throw out the window.
No.
That's a fact.
Really?
That's
It's
an
a little
access.
tall for that, isn't it?
Not for me.
Uh-huh.
We took bold.
I believe that's called a poop chute.
That could
Poop
be.
chute.
You're right. We made these big nice feeders out of some old boilers. Had them here for years. They are just trouble free. We went ahead and welded nice smooth pipe on the end of them so they don't get chewed up. Smoothed off the edges.
That's
Made it nice. And the hay barn's the other side. We'll walk around there in a minute and I'll explain it's easy to feed, easy access.
Yeah.
When we go into here, I'll just show you this, then we'll walk around. This is just a stall that we used, an individual stall. So they had somebody for this crow. You see these little chains on the wall. Somebody's like, what are all these chains for? When I was a kid, I had a nurse cow, half Holstein, half Black Angus. She milked, so I bought day-old dairy calves. I nursed them on this cow. I tied her up to these right here. I put a halter on her. I tied her up. I trained her so that these calves come in and suck milk, and then I'd chain them to the wall so they're turns. I'd unsnap them and they'd run over and then they'd drink. Wow. Made a lot of money that. That was a great thing.
Wow.
That is
you can
a
see
great
the Dutch doors
thing.
we have everywhere, but I think we're better off to walk around the other side and just look in the other direction. We've tried to always, in the front of our main barns, pour a little concrete. That way you're not stepping off immediately into muck.
Yeah, that's smart.
And it scrapes off good.
See, all this is just, you figured out a better way to do it, and everything's just evolved.
Yeah,
to,
better and better and better.
Yeah.
And as we're going back further as the buildings go. So when we walk in here, this is just a stanchion barn. So we bring our teams in here, we bring our saddle horses in, everything. I mean, every time I'd saddle a horse as a kid, I'd bring him in here and tie him up, give him a saddle and put him on.
Yeah.
You'll notice the wood is poured in here in the concrete just as well, and then we put additionally a piece of rubber on top of everything, just to give them a little bit more cushion.
Yeah.
And cushion's the name of the game. If you look, all these have access ports, so you can walk from the hay barn in, throw your hay in the
Throw
manger.
your hay in there from the other side.
easy.
And you're good. And that is good, solid wood where those tie racks are at. That is tough stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
And these floors are cleaner than most garage floors.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
right. And that's the way we kept. In fact, right there, when we built this, 1980.
1980.
I was 10. My hand's grown a little since then.
Yeah,
But that was a long time ago.
Wow.
that's cool.
All right, let's walk in this other
And
building.
these have electricity in them.
Yes, all of them have lights.
All of them have lights.
Yep. So you come this direction. This barn, the concrete
So here's
building.
where you feed. You're going to go through the middle.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep,
We'll,
so
and we'll
easy.
walk that
Yep.
way in just a second. So let's do it right now. When you walk in here, access is just everything and making it easy.
Look at that.
All these hold up with the ring and a string. In fact, I'll show you on this one here. So all you do is you lift up, pop it off, drop it down,
Look at that.
you're shut. Just makes it really, really nice. But these are designed, we build them big enough you can take a full large 2-string bale of hay, flip
Throw
it right
it
up,
in.
throw
Yeah.
it in, you got a bale of hay in each feeder.
You know he's done that because watch his wrists.
Yeah, you see that? That's
Yeah, I was just like,
my
he
knee-
knows
my knee-
exactly.
My
Your
knee
knee
want to
went up
lift at the
too.
same time.
Yeah, I watch his wrists and exactly like he's got a bale of hay in his hands.
That's just it too. This is a hay shed we built, and like I say, it's easy. You get your hay, you walk right around, you feed your livestock.
Yeah.
That whole, I couldn't even tell you how many tons that hold. I have
man.
filled it so many times I don't even
yeah.
want to tell you.
Where do you guys buy your hay?
We raised it all. You know, and that pasture that's next to us over here, we've raised hay off that for years, and I've just raised grass hay off it, and it doesn't supply everything, but it's a good
Yeah.
source.
Yep.
This building, this add-on, was made for one of our horse trailers. We have a horse trailer you can put 10 horses in, and we pulled our stagecoach that I was talking about earlier behind that on another trailer. My dad was very, very conscientious about not leaving stuff outside. Everything had a cover.
Yeah.
So this was the horse trailer building.
Wow.
These gates we put in, I built these with a 3-bar system. Those are concrete and ground. That way the gates don't go anywhere. They're held solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Back
can
in.
stand on the end and swing.
I wouldn't go that. if you did that around our house, you'd get a
You
beating.
would
Yeah.
not.
That's just how it worked.
That's just in the movies.
That's right. That's
That's
exactly
just
right.
in the movies.
But it's just funny. I mean, you look back here and say, why is that railroad tie sitting in the back? That railroad tie sitting back there, so when you back your horse trailer all the way in,
Don't
you
ever hit
touch
that
the
one.
railroad tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that tells you you're all the way back in. So that's just a nice add-on. Now we'll go to this one right here.
That was kind of the backup camera invention
That's
before
exactly
backup
right.
cameras.
That's
This
exactly
is
right.
this is Idaho technology.
Yeah.
And And you hit that too many more times, and your dad doesn't let you put the trailer in
That's
anymore.
it. You hit it. You know, you go back and you touch it. Is what you do.
Yeah.
This little building right here, there again, this is another horse trailer building.
Ah.
This was totally designed to drive through. It's got gates on both sides. You can drive around. As my dad got a little older, it was a little tougher to see and turn, and just because of health. I mean, my dad was totally active till he was 87, 88 years old and rode a horse every week.
Yeah.
Had a little accident and just slowed him up.
Yeah.
But so we built this so you drive around, pull your horse trailer, you open both gates, pull your horse trailer, and unhook your horse trailer, shut both gates, out of the way, and it's covered.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Which you could use it for anything. I mean, you could put horse in there, cows in there, whatever you wanted to, you could use that. But that's what we used it for. There again, metal roofs on everything, metal everything.
So this is the property, and then there's the second.
The second
parcel
property goes
right there.
almost to the neighbor's house. It does in the front, but not quite in the back.
Gotcha. And the neighbor's house is right there. It's
Yep.
not that neighbor's house.
Nope,
Right
it's right there in those
Yep.
trees, and
Yep.
and those people I grew up with, the people that used to live there is like my second set of grandmas.
Wow.
And so I've been over there my whole life. Great place, easy to irrigate. All right, so let's come around the back. This right here was our hay yard. We used to have beef cows too. I had a big setup here where I had a mangers and everything here, and then you brought all your stacked hay in, your ton bales, wherever you're going to use, stacked right in here. Gives you all the room you gotta have. That's why the berms build up around there, so you can stack the whole area with hay.
Then the flood doesn't come in and get all that wet.
Exactly.
Wow,
we used to
perfect.
just panel it off with the feeders, but whatever worked. But I mean, that's why it is set up the way it is, and that's why it's just dirt, because we use that for stack yard.
Huh.
This building here is all concrete block. Half it is concrete block. We had that built. We had a tack room built into it. We've had storage built into it. Just a great building. And when I was in junior high, I took a drafting class, and I wanted another barn, and Dad wanted a bigger barn, and so I drew this. And I come home one day with a picture, and Dad said, "Okay, build it." So we did.
Wow.
So we
Cool.
just add on. So that the concrete building to the left side, that's been here more years than the right side.
And here's
But
your
this
tack
is
room.
here's our tack room.
I'm gonna flip that
It has
light on.
It doesn't work.
Oh,
It will. But in the tack room, it's got saddle racks we build in, saddle
Okay.
blanket stands, all in. We've got on the back wall, if you look up there, if you can see that, it's all hooked for bridles, halters, whatever you want. On the wall, you'll see what we have written on there: tandem lead unicorn. That's for the harnesses and the hitches we had.
Got it.
But those are all good solid posts that you can hang anything on.
wow.
And this room stays cool like this all summer.
Because it's hot outside and it's
It is.
cool
Oh, yeah.
in here right
Yep.
now. Yeah.
So just a great solid tack room. And it's locked, it's key locked, so you're
Safe.
secured.
Nice.
Yep. There again, concrete in the ground, tie racks. So they're in there solid,
They're not moving.
good. So now these stalls, I designed these so we could have mares have colts in here. They're 14 by 14 instead of a normal 12 by 12.
Okay.
So it gave more
A
room.
little more
Yeah.
room.
And then there's a water between the two stalls. And you reach through from either side. It's the same style Barbari water. Works great. Now on the back of these stalls, there's doors that are accessing out back.
A common thread we're seeing is it's not about what's the cheapest and easiest way to do something. It's what's best for the animal
That's the
and
right.
the comfort and keep
Exactly.
And
them
long
happy.
lasting.
Exactly. So that's why we put this together. So here's a nice facility. You can
Yep.
selectively bring your mares in or whatever you're going to have and bring it in here and they're by themselves. Stay in there. You can shut that door if the weather's terrible or you want to keep them inside, open it up.
Yeah.
When you don't. Now there's two of these. They both run into these runways. This gate will shut, goes over here, shuts that. So this is one runway. The second runway is larger, goes all the way back.
And here's the canal.
Yep, canal's
Full of
right
water.
here. Exactly.
Gorgeous.
Yep, nice. Ducks, geese. In fact, I think last year we had 13 breeding pair of Canadian geese right here.
Wow.
Just flocked in here by the tons. Lots of owls, lots of hawks. Saw a bald eagle about 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
I mean, just a lot of wildlife. And occasionally we'll get a moose or two come down through, a few deer come down through here, just coming down from Willow Creek from the hills.
Huh.
Yeah. Gorgeous view.
Just a nice place.
This is what people imagine Idaho is.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Right here.
And this is what Idaho is, if you just come to the right place.
Yep. But what's interesting about it is 5 minutes you're in the middle of Idahofalls.
Yep.
That's right. That's the best part. You're 100 miles from West Yellowstone. You're basically 100 miles from Jackson. I mean, I rope in Jackson about once a week at the rodeo. We go there. Easy drive. You're going past Palisades, a nice place.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you like desert, we've got sand dunes. If you like mountains, we've got
That
mountains.
is right.
From this location, if you load your horses It takes 22 minutes to be in Kelly Canyon unloading your horses to horseback riding.
Wow.
So it's close.
It's amazing.
I built these great big double doors here so that we bring our hay in here as well. So what we'll do is we'll bring this big gate. There's the gate on that end, and these panels are removable as well. A couple of pins, they pull up.
And they're off, yeah.
They're off. Pull in here. I made this, and it's actually framed in the back corner to have another door if anybody ever wanted to make it a stall.
Okay.
We wound up just using it to put hay in. So I just put hay. Once in a while, I put a panel across here and keep a mare in if I had extra mare, didn't have a hole for it.
Yeah.
But it's designed in. You can see the 4x8 back there, all framed to put a door in. So in a day, you could have another stall. So that's all rigged up that direction. This is all concrete, all set up. We kept hay in here as well. We kept wagons in here, a lot of carts, anything for storage. Years ago we had a boat. We kept boats in here, snowmobiles. Just a good storage unit.
Yeah, that's impressive. It's impressive. And what I really also like is the condition of the exterior. You guys are not peeling paint.
No.
You are not. This is pristine.
It's all
Maintenance is
fresh.
everything that
Yeah.
we were raised with.
Yeah.
If there was a piece that was bad, you fixed it. If there was a piece of paint that wasn't where it needed to be, you went and repainted it.
Yeah.
If there was this has a brand new metal roof we put on last year. Dad came to me last year before he passed away and said, Shane, he says, I think that metal roof's kind of poor. He says, is it still leaking a little bit? And I said, he says, just go to town, have metal man, call them up, have them put a brand new roof on it.
Look at that.
Brand new roof. They came out one day, put it all on.
Wow.
And that's
There's-
good, heavy steel.
Wow.
Yeah,
we
there's
gone
not
through
any-
each barn out here? Am I missing one?
Nope, we pretty much
Let's
we've
walk
covered
around
them
this
now.
back this way.
I mean, even your fences, all painted, your gates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gates, paint,
Yeah,
everything. That
everything.
is how we were raised. Everything's maintained.
Yep.
Now there's an apple tree right back there. You can see just kind of between the willows.
Okay.
If you move those panels, there's access to water your horses in the canal.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
So that's all canal access, and then we can walk. Let's walk up here. Over this direction, you'll see where we'll talk about the irrigation a little bit, and I'll show you the ditches where it comes as well. I would dare say there's been 500 colts broken this pasture.
Uh-huh.
To drive, to ride, you name it, it's been done.
That's awesome.
We've had 4-H clubs, we've had regular clubs, we've had posse, we've had, you name it, it's pretty much happened on this place.
Well, I think of sometimes as people get over, or they're, I'm from Teton Valley, and sometimes it's you're moving toward town, your kids need to work, but you can move your whole farm. I mean, you can move your whole ranch.
That's right.
Right here.
Everything you come right here, you're right back in business.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're close, like I say, we're close to town, we're close to everything.
Yep.
Rigby, Idahofalls, doesn't matter, you can split. And Rigby's getting big enough now that you can go there and you can get what you need.
Yep. Yep. Because if you can't tell, we're at Yukon right there.
Yeah, not far away,
Yep,
but you don't
so-
hear anything. Those big trees, I mean,
Yep.
everything's just
Oh,
quiet.
yeah.
Yep.
Here's the split where I was telling you about, where you irrigate to the left and it covers this, and you irrigate to the right, goes to the house.
Goes out that way.
That's where this head gate splits between those two. Now it's overgrown because I haven't had horses in here since last fall. I cut hay off it every year, and then I pasture it out up until, in fact, I didn't even take my horses home until April or May this spring.
Okay.
I fed them, obviously in the wintertime, but if you look right here, it's a little hard to see because it's so overgrown right now. But if you look right through that little
Right
tunnel,
there.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
There
yeah,
it
there's
is.
your
in fact,
gate.
you can see a tunnel. If I turned a horse out here right now,
They know
they'd know
exactly where to
exactly
go.
where to
Get
get
there.
drink at. They truck right down there and drink right out of the creek.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Cold, fresh water.
Their favorite place.
Yep, they do.
Amazing.
And they'll just hunker down in all these places.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the irrigating ditch, it comes all the way up through the other properties and down, like I say, all head gated, all easy to irrigate. Whoever buys it, I'll help them.
Yeah.
Get it lined out, it's not a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be bordering it anyway, and it's easy to do, and a little effort, and it's not a big deal.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Let's head back. Let's keep talking. Let's head back toward the house.
Cool. We just had all the ditches cleaned. Had Olson Backhoe Service come out, Joey Atwood come out and cleaned them all the way from where the head is, about a half mile here, brought them all the way down, so all the ditches have been maintained and up and ready to go.
Yeah, they did a great job. Those are pretty clean ditches. I remember when I was here last. It's like, wow, they did good.
Now you look at this and you say, all right, this guy came out here and mowed this lawn. I did with a tractor, and we do that. And the reason we do that is as a horse comes in and eats, they'll have high spots and low spots. If you ever look at a pasture,
Oh,
you see
Oh,
that?
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't want to eat the high spots. Well, if you go out and you mow your pasture and maintain it,
They'll eat it all.
they'll eat it all.
Wow.
Because that high stuff will go down and dry up and they'll eat it.
Yeah.
And so by just keeping this maintained all the time, it makes your pasture last twice as long as a normal pasture.
Huh.
What do you think to maintain this property? What machinery is someone going to need to have?
I mean, it's just nice. It's nice to have a tractor small tractor with a plow on it, or, or a bucket, and a mower and a scraper. That right there, that'd be the ultimate. If you had that little piece of equipment, you'd be done.
Because someone might be thinking, man, I don't have the equipment to maintain this property.
No, this is very,
and when
this
you
is very
say
simple.
tractor, someone might be thinking a big tractor.
You know, I've got 3 tractors. I have a big tractor, I have a medium-sized tractor, I have a small tractor. My small tractor to maintain this entire thing. When I'm talking small, I'm talking in the tractor world like a 25 horse tractor.
Yeah.
A little, in recent years, we bought a little bigger tractor, 4-wheel drive, it was just nicer.
Yeah.
But scrape the driveways out. What I do every year is as it snows, I'll open this gate, I'll bring the snow out here, and I'll just pile it out this direction. I'll push it to the sides, you know, if it's just an easy thing, but there's plenty of places to put snow.
Yeah.
Or that area right back there where the gravel was we looked at it first, I'll push snow up in there.
I imagine with these trees, you don't have to plow that pasture.
No.
It probably does not get.
No, it's all.
Yep.
And what we do is, here's the great part. As you have horses, say you've got a bunch of them, we feed for several days at once. We'll go out, load up a skid or load up whatever. I'll feed that pasture, shut this gate. I'll feed this pasture, I'll shut these gates. I'll feed inside that corral and I'll leave horses inside a corral. Shut that gate. I'll put them in here, shut that gate. Whatever, shut that gate. You can feed for 5 or 6 days, and all you have to do is walk out, open
the gate.
Huh.
And they just feed themselves
They'll
out.
find their way to the next.
That's
the next
exactly
spot.
right. You just start out where the water's at and work your way out from there.
So not only have you guys loved horses, but I know ponies as well has been a big part of.
Yep, we've
of
had
property.
Hackney hitches. That's the little black horse on the right side.
Yeah.
Multiple hitches, singles, tandems, teams, unicorn. I mean, you name it, we've done it. In fact, inside that harness shop we were at, we built harnesses for all over the United States. We built, when you see Budweiser hook up to their big the floats at the Rose Parade.
Yeah.
Well, the horses, if you ever look at them, are way out front, not like a normal wagon, because they can't make the corners in Pasadena.
Makes sense.
So they called us up and we build the special lines for Budweiser for that hitch. It's 120 feet from where the driver sits to the lead horses.
Wow.
We build those specially for them to drive in the Rose Parade.
It's like driving a semi.
It is. It's gigantic.
Wow.
Huge deal.
Well, in
Wow.
any Idahofalls local, every year in the parade, when you see these ponies pulling a cart,
You know who it is.
it's right. They're from here.
That's right.
Yep, and we've shipped in lots and lots of them, broken, sold lots and lots of those little horses. Supplied 4-H kids, supplied just anybody that needed something like that, we put it together.
Wow.
This dog kennel here, right here on the right, that's buried down. If you look at the wood, that goes down about a foot, maybe a little further than that. So if a dog goes in there and wants to dig out,
Yep, they're not getting out.
they're not
getting
getting
out.
out.
Let's go into the house from the
Let's
front.
do it.
Yeah.
And raspberry bushes,
Yes.
looking really good.
Raspberry bushes, we got, you name it. My mother was a flower fanatic. And anyway, I wish we'd have been here 2 months ago because you've just been
Everywhere.
lit with
Wow.
flowers.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So now all the fencing. This
Yes.
is this vinyl fencing or is this?
This is Vanguard, so it's
Okay.
got the wood inside of it
Yep.
that has the sealed coating on the outside. So
Yep.
and we did that because we wanted something tougher.
Yeah.
The vinyl
Yeah.
has a tendency to pop out a lot, but this isn't. This is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this stuff.
I want to make sure people know
It's not
this is
going
not
anywhere.
Yeah, this is
hollow vinyl
yeah, no,
fencing.
no.
Right.
No, this is like 3 times more money and lasts 20 times longer.
Yeah.
And you know it when you swing that gate open.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
That is
If you've
exactly
ever
right.
swung a vinyl gate, it does not feel
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
not like this one, does
No,
it?
no. So you got an access, a man door into the garage right here.
Yes, right there.
And access from inside.
Yep. Love the flagpole with the shepherd's crooks for your hanging baskets.
That's right. And I made that flagpole so you pull a pin and it'll lay down. So if you ever have to change the
really?
pole, you change the rope, change
Really?
anything, so it's no
Oh
big
my
deal.
goodness.
Nice.
Wow.
Easy access to it.
You
Oh,
guys
and
do
I
it
love
right.
those willows.
Yep, and all over the yard you'll see hydrants. I've got one here, and I've got one there, and I've got one out there. Mm-hmm. They're all able to be shut off and blown out in the fall. They're just an underground simple hydrant just to have an extra hose where you need it.
Wow.
And they're positioned all over the place.
Wow.
And you can shut them off almost individually from a big manifold that I built. So if you have a leak, which happens,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you can shut that section off,
Go
fix it.
figure it out.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
Very simple.
Well, when I've gone through this, I took a little preview walk through this. This house has nostalgia. This is a great house. It's a great house. Number one, notice all the carpets have been cleaned. They look in amazing shape.
Yes.
Amazing shape. Huge windows.
Yes.
Huge windows to let in lots of light into this house. And I do love the touch of the molding around the top. And you're going to see
You guys
things like
had that
this.
molding in?
We did yours.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
put
Yeah.
everything sheetrocked, textured everything, changed things around so it just was more homey.
Now, you said this is electric forced heat,
Yes, it is.
and it does have air conditioning.
It does have air conditioning.
'Cause
If
it
you
feels
want it
great in
60
here.
inside this house, you turn it to 60 and it'll
Get the
stay
60.
Yeah. Let's head this way first.
there. Okay.
So number one, love this. So this, if no one knows, this is where you put your grandma's dishes.
Yes.
That's right.
This
And
is where
believe
you
me,
display
it was
your
full
dishes.
a month ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I love this. This would sell for a lot of money if somebody knew
That
that
is a
was
cool
there.
thing, and we've had a lot of comment on that. That's been here my whole
This
life.
is a $400,000 chandelier
That's
that
right.
you get a house for
Yeah.
free with.
There you go, something like that.
Yeah. So I've noticed this is newer cabinets.
Yes, we had them all. They're all faced.
Mm-hmm.
So the original cabinets there. That then we had a gal come in, change all the cupboard doors, and put facing on everything.
Yep. And all the appliances are staying.
Yes, everything you see is staying.
Excellent. Excellent.
Fridge, oven, dishwasher, microwave.
Yeah.
The whole works.
And I'm assuming we've got vinyl planking on the floor.
Yes.
Beautiful. I love the color. Now this is the laundry room
Mm-hmm.
right off of, and it's a big laundry room
It is.
that actually has it. So it's a true mud room. Has access to the backyard.
Yep.
so you-
The greatest thing is we come in from the barn. There's a big porch back there.
Yep.
You could do what you needed to. Come in the house. Go
Let me
right
show you
in.
this
Go
porch.
right
Get
So there's
clean.
things about this that you're going to see that you would know if you haven't had true country living. You don't enter the house with your muddy boots, even to use the potty.
No.
So you've got access to the room here, mud room, get your boots off, big covered porch out back. Really nice.
And that's exactly why the tile's in here too.
Yep.
So you have stuff on your pants, you have stuff where you sweep it up.
Yep. Sweep it up.
Mom
Keep
ain't
it up.
happy, ain't nobody happy.
Nope.
That's right. But that is why you have access to the bathroom
That's exactly
from
right.
this room.
Exactly.
Which, if you've ever been yelled at for that, you know exactly why this
That is
here.
true. That is very true. This is probably the most used thing in the entire house.
Amazing.
Right here. And that's where we ate 99% of all of our meals. You didn't eat in the living room. You didn't eat on the couch.
Yeah.
You set up
the
the
table.
counter and you ate.
Well, what I love about this is the new modern open floor plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got your entryway, but this is the family room, the living
Yep.
room, the dining room. This is
Yep.
it all
Yep.
together. Yep. And there's enough room right here. I would imagine you have a formal dining table.
Yes, and that's what we had. A great big formal
Yep.
table. And that was used 3 times a year. For
That's
the
right.
lunch.
That's right. I love the paint, the sky blue.
But
the
this is where
carpet's
everybody
in great
congregated.
shape. Yep. This
Bay
is it.
window here, that's great.
Yeah, and look at that beautiful. I mean, you're looking at a gorgeous view.
Oh, yes.
Gorgeous.
And we had
Two deer out there.
That's right. We had Rocky Mountain Power come out a couple of years ago and do an assessment on the house just to make sure, hey, is there something else we need to do? And after the lady was here for a couple of hours, she looked over and said, well, you could probably put maybe a little more insulation on your hot water here, which is completely insulated. And you could probably replace the storm doors, but really there's nothing to replace.
Amazing.
So it's
solid.
It's solid, and it's a nice place.
So we've got one bedroom here, and that's
Yes.
right off of the, I'm going to call the mud bathroom.
There you go.
Right off the mud bathroom, and then
Big-
this is the master.
Yes.
So huge closets. If you come in, and I love the mirrored closets. Huge closets with really heavy sliding doors.
Very
Really heavy sliding
good,
doors.
Good quality stuff.
Really heavy. Built-ins. Now this is awesome. I walked
Yes.
in and I went,
This is
The grand
Wow!
bathroom.
this is
That's right.
deluxe bathroom suite
this
here.
is somebody got their wish when this was built.
That's right.
So you've got the vanity, you've got the double sinks, you've got a standing shower, separate tub, soaking tub that is entry level and just beautiful. Just gorgeous. The wallpaper is gorgeous.
This my mother. This was what she liked. You have a
Yeah.
nice place to do your makeup. Everything.
Yeah.
You have a nice chair. You know,
Yeah.
just a nice place.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And what is nice is to have the separate shower. The very limited entry or the very shallow entry, you can get in and out super easy. And do not change those light fixtures because they are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Fantastic. So let's take a look. So this is a one floor,
Yes.
which is nice because one floor, main floor living, which is awesome. So you've got your 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on this end.
Yes.
We come on back through. Oh, I love that. I'm going to take that home with me.
It is. It is. It's
So-
just one of those fun things.
Oh, fantastic. So we have a family room, a living room, but then we have a bonus room, which you would call the den, you would call the whatever it is, but this is where we've got the fireplace.
That's right. And this is where, in the wintertime, this is where everybody hung out. Always had a fireplace, big TV,
Yeah.
just a fun room.
East-facing windows, great light in the morning.
Yep.
This is probably fantastic.
Oh yeah, with all nice pull-down
Yeah.
shutters. I mean, everything
Oh,
is.
there you go. Beautiful.
And you get to stay warm
best
in
they
this
could get.
room and look at all the snow.
Yeah.
And
Exactly right.
Amazing,
More than
amazing.
once, as my mother got old and couldn't get around, my sister was here earlier. She brought in colts right in
Oh,
right in
really?
here for her to pet and feel and see.
Aw.
Oh, really?
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
Yep.
And I Also, you've got awnings and covers along the house. So it's bright, but there is no east sun streaming in to heat that house.
Nothing hits you at all.
Yeah. A great storage room right here.
Yep.
Fantastic. Plenty of space.
Yep, we kept all the kids, grandkids' toys, my toys, everybody's toys when we went inside there. Just a nice, good room that we tried to have
looks really
easy
good.
access to.
Yep.
I don't know who put that iron mark in the floor there.
Oh!
I'm sure it was one of my
Someone
sisters.
is.
Yeah, definitely a sister would do that.
Someone is
Definitely
in
not
trouble.
Shane.
That's right.
Nope.
So back here, and then now this would be called the back porch.
Yep, and what this was a sewing room.
Oh, well, look at those
So
drawers.
all this here
Is this? We've got a lot. I don't think that's the only one. Right this way. There we go.
This
Got
was
it.
all storage for material.
Of course it was.
And it was all cataloged, of course.
Of course. And I bet it was packed to the gills.
Oh, it was. Just a ton of stuff.
That's fantastic. And so then this is entry into the garage.
Yes, it is.
So we got a huge 2-car garage. Plenty deep for a truck, plenty
Sure.
deep for, and we've got storage rooms in the back.
Fruit room,
Yep.
Yep.
lots of shells. That's where you
Lots of
put all those
shells.
veggies. A huge
Thousands
garden.
of times
Yes.
you go back here.
This is where the
Peaches,
veggies
raspberries, you name it. It was in that. It was in that room right there.
go. And the reason the shelves are slanted is because the cans, you want them rolling forward.
That's right. You
Yep.
always put your old can back.
On
your
the
new
can, they got to roll to
forward.
the front. That's right. You load from the back.
You guys invented that too. I mean, that
They
like
could have done
turned
back
into a
then.
thing
Yeah,
like
that's
10
right.
years ago.
That is.
And you guys have had that for
That
a
is.
lot
Yeah,
longer than
For
that.
years and years and years.
If you've ever had to try to maintain cans, you know how having to restock and go behind. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Just exactly how it works.
And I'm not going to say which kids just put the new ones up
was-
front
it
because
was
no one
her.
would ever do that.
Yeah.
So we got one more room.
Are you the one that put the iron on the floor too?
Iron on the floor, cans.
Hey, that's enough.
That was me. He's not telling me. See, there's always an SMP
We-
someplace.
And so you got one more bedroom.
Yes.
So then this is the far bedroom, and so that gives us 3 bedrooms, 2
This
baths.
particular ring has ceiling heat. It does not
Oh.
have forced air.
There you go, and there's the thermostat right there.
Yes.
Nice, fantastic, in great shape. Did we miss anything in this amazing place?
Back
I think
patios. We got to see the
that's
back
Oh,
right.
there
patios.
That's
we
right.
go.
Do that. Got
Yep.
backyard.
We can end it with the back patios because that is a
The
great
piece
place.
de resistance.
There you go.
This house is move-in ready or ready if you want to modernize and take it up and,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
new paint and new. I mean, it's ready for anything.
But you know, the whole deal that I look at it is, it's an absolute horse property, turnkey
Yep,
horse property.
it is ready. It is ready and in beautiful condition.
You know, and
Just
we've
beautiful.
had one huge legacy here, and we're ready to move on to the next.
Yeah,
Yep.
amazing.
Just ready to go.
Amazing, and the garden looks amazing, and the back patio. So you've got plenty of. You don't just have this spot; it goes all the way over with
Yes.
the cement.
Yep. Concrete comes all the way out here.
Yep.
We had this just redone about 5 years ago. All brand new sidewalk back.
Yep.
New steps. We made them longer and a little shallower,
Mm-hmm.
easier to get up and down.
Yep, it's really nice. The entry point into this house is really nice.
Yes,
Really good. And you got your wishing well in the corner.
that's right. You're set.
Yep.
That's right. You're all
And
done.
then come afternoon with all the trees in the front. This is all shaded back here.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
And just very nice.
Oh yeah. In the
so nice.
afternoon. I mean, yeah. This is where you hang out in the afternoon.
This is.
Right?
I mean,
This is
lots
fantastic.
Of,
And
lots
Get to
of-
watch your horses. And,
you watch it, and you get to hang your clothes out. I've hung many a clothesline. That's an art gone by.
It is. That
That's
is. But
great.
you know, that was used up until a few months ago.
I love
that's
it.
that's just around here stuff that everything was a maintained, old school. You took care of things. You did it the best way you could,
Yeah.
and you took a family, you know, from born in the 1928, 1929, that is from nothing,
Yeah.
and built this their entire life.
Oh yeah.
And this is what we made. And we raised They raised 5 kids, and they raised tons of grandkids, and the grandkids have been here for, you know, that's the big beauty of this thing. It's all fenced.
Yeah.
The grandkids can't go anywhere. You know, it's, I mean, and not
is
trying
the
to
kid
lock them
corral.
in, but kind of like
Yep.
they're not out in the field. They're not
Yep.
out on the road. This is a place that they can stay in.
And there's
Yeah.
plenty of space.
Yep, and there's a gate on the far side. In fact, let's walk this direction on the other side of the house. It's all access. Everything's access around. So we made it so you could know where did you have to stop and backtrack.
Yep. Well, the fun thing about this property is not only is it a legacy property, but Monty was the youngest in a family where my grandma was the oldest.
That's right.
And so this
And
is
came from absolutely nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, wow. Look at this. Ah, that's a great tree.
It
I bet
is.
this is gorgeous in the fall.
Oh, it is. Changes right to a purple color, and it is amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
beautiful. All right, this is amazing. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
Thank
this
you, Shane.
amazing tour.
Yep.
Guys, remember
is
this
a
house
fun thing to be able to do.
is ready to go. Call the Murdock Man Waring Company. Let's get you out here. There's a link below. Find all the details. Contact us. Let's get you into this house.
And if you know anybody that is looking, they need horse property. I mean, when people advertise horse property, they're not advertising this.
Yeah.
And so we need to get the word out, because there are people, I mean, that need this, that want this, and it's a privilege for us to be able to advertise it, market it, and to find the next legacy. I mean, you guys have had it for 65, 70 years. Time for the next generation to do it. And it's, you know, many times when you have a property for that long, you'll kind of see the last few years things kind of deteriorate.
Yeah.
There's no sign of that at all.
No.
I mean, this property is...
This is ready to be continued to be maintained at this level.
Yep.
It's moving tomorrow already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
You
righty.
betcha. Yep.
Give us a call, 208-538-2112, or click the link below. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
If you don't know what you're doing or where you're going, man, it's sure nice to have an agent helping you. Call us today. We've got agents that'll match your personality perfectly.
If you want to know what your home is worth in today's market, give us a call.
If you're thinking about selling your home and you're thinking about doing for sale by owner, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about how we can net you more money, even with paying a commission.